Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing? I am so glad to be with you today. I hope you are doing well. I hope everything is amazing where you are and you are having a blessed and wonderful, amazing day. Today, I am so excited. Look, I know I say this every time, but I am. I'm really excited because I've got two amazing people we're going to be on our show today. And I am always happy to talk to people who are doing amazing and exciting things, who are living their dreams. By the way, I'm Sanal, and welcome to my channel. I'm so glad that you are here. And so today, I am talking to two amazing people. Now, I don't often get the chance to talk to couples, and so I've been married. Y'all know I've been married forever, right? Half my life, more than half my life. I've been married for over 30 years, and so today I get to talk to a married couple who are working together and doing amazing things. Look, hubby's already in the chat. Hey, babe, how are you doing? So glad you are here. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. You're looking forward to another podcast, and so am I. So we've got some amazing things, and I know how you guys are. You guys love to watch the replay. So welcome, Replay Nation. I am so happy for you guys. I know a lot of you guys are working. It's 10 o'clock. I know a lot of guys, you guys are working right now. I know how y'all do. I know how the Sanal team works. So welcome. I just love you guys so much, and thank you so much for supporting me. Well, if you are here, then please go ahead and do what we do. Go ahead and lay your hands on the like button. If you are not a member of this channel, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Perform all the rituals that you must perform, honey, to be a part of the tribe. Look, you did it. It was free, and it didn't hurt you, didn't cost you a thing. And now you are a member of the Sanal team. Thank you. I really appreciate you. Welcome, Royal Family. This is going to be amazing. We're just giving a little bit more time for the notifications to kind of circulate. But I hope you're doing well. I hope you are living your best lives, of course, making your dreams come true. One of the things, of course, if you have been around, or maybe even if you're new to my channel, then I'm Sanal, and I document the Black Exodus movement. Yes, in case you hadn't realized, there's a movement going on. Yes, it's coming from the soul, and people are answering the call of the ancestors to return home. Let me say that again, because I messed up the word ancestors. There is a Black Exodus movement that is happening, and people are listening and heeding the call of the ancestors to return home. Now, if you go to Africa or the Caribbean or Panama or any of the diasporan countries, you're heeding and answering that call. But no matter where you're going in the world, the call to leave the West, I celebrate you. I celebrate this movement. Now, I'm so excited for you, and so we are doing some amazing things, and you can tell absolutely by the amazing things that our guests that we're going to have on today are going to be doing. Now, I'm also living my own and working through my own expat journey, hubby and I. So I'm working on becoming an expat in paradise. Of course, I love Africa. I also love the Caribbean. So we're looking at some Caribbean locations now, especially Jamaica. And we plan, of course, to travel to Africa and other places. Very exciting time. And you who are watching and viewing are a part of my journey. And I am so grateful for you. One of the things, if you'd like to be a part of my journey and help me in what I am doing, is to buy me a coffee. Y'all know how it goes. I've got this in the link. So if you'd like to support me even more, I appreciate your support. You can buy me a coffee over on Buy Me a Coffee. And if you're a creator and you want to have a Buy Me a Coffee page or Buy Me a Coffee, just click that link and then create your page. And what happens? Then Buy Me a Coffee is going to give me a free coffee just because you signed up under me. So there is the link. The link is also in the description box as well. It really is a great way to support, and just for what, $5, just the cost, not even the cost of a coffee, you can support your favorite creators as well. I do have over there some advertising and sponsorship opportunities, as well as consulting, where you can do a one-on-one with me. And what are my one-on-ones? My one-on-ones are generally surrounding spirituality and becoming a creator, and how to be a successful creator. Some of you all are just trying to get where I've worked hard to be right now. And so being monetized and successfully running a successful channel. And if that's something you want to do, you want to work on your content, you want to get focused on your audience, you want to drive in more viewers, that's something I do. So just hit me up and we can work through that together. So there's the link. All right, guys, without further ado, we've got some people in the chat. African Queen 1, Giselle is here. Milton is here. And I know how you guys do. There are more of you who just like to watch. You don't always like to come in the chat. I know who you are. I see you, babe. I see you, boo. Welcome, family. Whether you're in the chat with us or you're just watching, I am so grateful for you. All right, guys. Today I have some amazing guests, and they are April and Julius from Afrikan Dreamin. And so we're going to bring them in, and then I'm going to go ahead and give an introduction of who they are. And they're going to tell you a lot more about them as well. So welcome. Y'all do. Come on. Drum roll, please. Welcome the amazing Julius and April. How are we doing on this? Come on. There you are.
Hi.
Hello.
Let me bring it in a little tight.
Look. Don't be so good. Get on in close. Don't be in. There you go. Okay. And so April and Julius are a diaspora couple, and they're originally from Texas. Y'all know I love the South, but I do have a bone to pick with them, because I'm just going to tell you right now, pork barbecue is better than beef. So let's go and get that started. All right. They love to cook.
I agree. I agree with you. I agree. Okay. I'm with you.
Okay.
We're gonna say 50-50.
Okay. I agree.
Okay. I'm from Mississippi and Tennessee, so we do pork. But I'm gonna tell you, beef is good though. Beef. Look, any kind of barbecue, you put it in front of me. What was I saying to hubby? I was saying something to hubby the other day. He was saying he was gonna cook something, and I was like, "Is it barbecue?" He was like, "No, I think I said hamburgers." I said, "But is it barbecue?" He was like, "I think I said hamburgers." So, but Milton's saying pork all day long, babe. Look, come on. Welcome, G Mama Bros. Welcome. There is Antoine. Look. Let me not, because I don't want to mispronounce your name, but baby family. Okay. Hello, sister. How are you doing? I enjoy your channel. Much love, Afrikan Dreamin. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. So let me keep on introducing them, because we can talk about pork all day long. They've traveled throughout the US, Canada, and Asia. They now live in Tanzania, and through their travels, they've learned that nothing, absolutely nothing brings people together like good food. And that's just the truth. See, we already connected over food. They love to travel, meet new people, try new foods, and make up their own recipes with a Texas twist. Well,
ma'am.
Yes, this is look right up my alley. Did I tell you that I was excited? Did I tell you that I woke up at 4:00 this morning? I was like, let's get this day started. Because I was like, I know they up. Let me. I said, no, let me restrain myself. Some people been like, who you talking to? So, I can't just, I'm talking to my family. I'm talking to my people.
That's right.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mildred says ground beef is good. You better know it. You better,
okay.
baby. You better know it. Ain't no way. All right. So before I start singing, let's just hop on into it. You guys went halfway around the world to Tanzania. What was that like? Whose idea? First of all, let's see who we need to blame for all this amazingness that's going on. Whose idea was this? Look, first of all, I'm gonna talk to y'all like your family because when Southern people come in, I can just go ahead and be, all the Mississippi and Tennessee come out. I know hubby's like, don't hold some back. It's okay. But who can we blame? Whose idea was this?
It ended up being mutual.
Yeah, he planted the seed.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, let's go.
Yeah. So now, if you don't mind, I'd just like to set it off by saying we've watched you for a while, and thank you for everything you do. Thank you for your contributions to building, growing, reaching out to the diversity and immense, just so many different people that exist within the diaspora, and watching you do what you've done for so long. I know for a fact you walk around every day knowing that you had an impact on people and you continuing to have that impact. And so before we get too deep into us, we just want to say salute you, sister. Thank you, sister. Well done, and keep going.
Y'all gonna break me down. Y'all don't know. Because there are days when I just really want to, I have thought we gonna
right.
With this. No, but there are those days, that I have, and rarely, I'm gonna be honest with you, and all the times that I've done this, rarely has anyone just stopped to say thank you. And for you to do that, you really you don't know. You just don't know how much this really means to me. And I'm a big crybaby. Where my husband? Okay. But anyway,
we appreciate you. We really do.
We really do.
One of the things for me, I'm not a person who will just interview big YouTubers. And I was saying that to my husband last night. No. Thank you for supporting Sanam. Oh, babe. No, truly.
Yes, we are.
My pleasure.
Because that's how we roll from the South. We come right on in. Look, you know what I'm saying? Sharing that love and sharing that support. But one of the things for real is that I said to my husband yesterday, I said they did everything right. They did absolutely everything right that you should do. And what I preach as a content creator, you support someone. If you support someone, you don't have to send them your links. You don't have to tell them all about your channel. I was like, who are these people liking me on Instagram? Because don't nobody like me on Instagram. I was like, who are these people comment on my post on Instagram? I was like, whenever I make a post or a story, I told my husband, I was like, I'm a celebrity on Instagram. I was like, whenever I make a post or a story on Instagram, these people, Afrikan Dreamin, are right here. They show up. And I was like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. So I was like, oh no, we got to have them on the channel, right? We got to have them because this is how you do it. This is what you do. You are, you're genuine. You really offer really heartfelt support that comes from a really good, loving space. And people notice that. You get noticed, right? This is how your gifts make room for you. This is it. If anybody is wondering how you get the interviews, how you make your content stand out, how you draw people to your channel, and that's something you guys also do when you're creating content over on your channel. Like I felt like hubby and I were binge watching you guys. Have been binge watching you guys.
Thank you.
And so we were sitting there laughing. You said, what did Julius? Oh my gosh, Julius said.
Yeah,
it must have been me. Must have been me.
Julius said, you got your personal chickens and then you got your business chickens. Oh my God, you talk about he put a cover over his crying. I mean, it was just we had to stop the TV and just we were just crying. And we were like, well, what you do with the chickens? I mean, do you separate the personal chickens when you can't let the business chickens and the personal chickens be? I mean, it was hilarious. I mean, still. Oh my gosh.
I'm glad y'all enjoyed it.
That was, we were up like 2:00 this morning sitting here watching, talking about some business chickens. I think I wrote you because after that I actually sent y'all an email asking y'all.
I didn't know. Yeah,
I don't think I saw it.
It's
yeah.
But you don't have to go into it, but I'm just saying that's how impactful the chicken moment was.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
I'm glad y'all got something out of it. They all chickens in the pot. They sure are, Milton. They sure are. Yep. Absolutely.
Well, you know, we got a couple we gotta keep for us because we named them and all that, and then the rest are to sell. So
right.
We got our favorites.
Got your favorites. Okay, y'all. Woo, Lord. Oh goodness. So that almost took us out. I'm telling you, that was so funny. And there are moments, April. We're gonna get to some of your moments, April, that I just absolutely love. Well, first of all, let me just ask you, because I've already said, if you guys, whoever is in the chat, you're watching, if you want to support me, and you can do that by buying me a coffee. So Julius and April, I hope y'all brought, you can support me by buying me a tea over on Buy Me a Coffee because I don't drink coffee, but I'm just saying. Julius and April, I hope y'all brought the tea because, I was sitting there jealous last night when y'all were making lemongrass tea. I didn't see y'all passing around no cups. And so, you had the turmeric and what else was in this tea?
Ginger. Yep. Delicious. With a little honey.
With a little honey. Now, what is that good for? What are we drinking? Because I don't need a reason to drink tea, but what some of the benefits there.
It's good for anxiety. It's good for heart issues, inflammation. It helps with diabetes if you suffer from diabetes. It has a lot of medicinal properties to it. Really nice tea, really healthy. I'm trying to think of all the.
And it tastes good.
It tastes really good.
That's my favorite part of it is just going out in the garden and cutting straight, fresh lemongrass, having a cup of tea.
That's the best tea. Hubby and I garden. Hubby, we have downsized now, but before we just a couple of we've always had a garden, always did farming. And so going straight out to the garden. And it's fresh. Now I never boiled my lemongrass, so that's the whole. We got a whole new thing to do now. That you did. You guys, the link is in the description below. If you want that full recipe to their channel, go out and check them out, and you can see them making this tea because it's really absolutely amazing. But Julius, you were going to say one of the things you love to do is walk going straight out to the garden.
Oh yeah. It's just going straight out to the garden and getting you a couple of, and it doesn't take a lot because it's pretty potent too. So just cut a small amount, whatever you think you're going to consume, and
it just releases all of the lemongrass goodness, and your house smells like lemons. It's like a win-win. You can drink it, your house smells wonderful.
Yeah.
You feel better after you drink it.
Right.
It's win-win.
I love everything about it.
Well, thank you for bringing the tea. I really appreciate that. Now, how long have y'all been over there in Arusha sipping tea? I mean, how long y'all been, over there?
Over a year.
Yeah.
Over a year.
Yeah.
And it was your idea, Julius, to come. So I love it when couples are joined and knitted together. And Julius was like, let's go. And then April's like, come on, okay. All right. Let's get this bag packed. Let's go.
Well, congratulations to you too. You know, that's a long time. I heard you 30, that's not a week long. That's a long time.
Yeah. So, and yeah, we've been together. Okay, hubby have to put in the chat longer than that, but we met when we were 21 and 22. So, in college. So
wow.
Yeah, 2 kids, and still on this journey.
Yeah.
So why did you guys choose Arusha in Tanzania? We're gonna get into your business now.
More rural, and we knew that we came here to start to be in agro and to be in poultry. Mm-hmm. So that's not something you want to do in downtown Dar es Salaam.
Right. It's more congested there, and the weather in Arusha is very pleasant, very mild in comparison to Dar es Salaam, which is like 10 hours away from here. We're in a mountain town, pretty much. So it gets cold. I think in the next couple of months here it'll start getting cold, but it's very mild temperatures. It's not. I mean, it's been hot here lately. It's rainy season right now, so we're getting a little rain.
It's still kind of back and forth.
Yeah, kind of back and forth, but just the weather is pleasant. The people are nice, and we wanted to be somewhere rural because we grew up in the country. So after you get older and you settle down, you get that hustle and bustle of the city. You kind of want to just slow down and go to the country, and that's what we wanted to do.
Right.
I see. Yeah, and I definitely understand that because hubby and I are both from the country, and like you, hubby had a bigger little country city than what I had.
Country city.
But it was
still
right.
Country.
He had a few more stoplights than what I had.
That's exactly. Exactly. We had a few more stoplights than she did.
Right. I told y'all, watch y'all guys.
I see.
I'm gonna have to. Now I can come back and leave all my comments, but I was trying to reserve them. I was like, I ain't gonna let them know, how just all the way how amazing they are right now. I'm just waiting to get to the channel, and then okay, especially Southerners and people from the country, because we don't really get always all the glory and shine that we are doing. Right. I'm just saying, I'm just a little, I'm just a little, I'm just that way when it comes about people from the country. So I love you guys.
Yeah.
Well, how have you guys? You guys are from Texas, okay? So, what about them Cowboys? Let's just go ahead and get that out the way.
Oh, see, it's a complicated conversation, and all.
Hubby is a Cowboy fan. I'm just saying.
So is all of my family.
All of them.
So is all my family on both sides, except us. And we Seahawks fans.
Yeah.
Seahawks fans.
Well, we were. We haven't watched Seattle Seahawks. We lived in Seattle before we moved here.
I was gonna say, explain that. Make it sense. Long way.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It get complicated. So you can imagine what family conversations like now.
Yeah.
I can imagine. I can imagine. What did Milton say? Did Milton say, what about them? How about them?
How about them Cowboys? We grew up with them for so long. It's always like, okay, it's kind of good to see them. But everywhere we've ever been in the world, I mean, really, you can always find at least one Cowboy fan.
A hat, a shirt, somebody. Yes.
Always. Yes.
Awesome. So their channel is Afrikan Dreamin, and it's in the description box below. All right, got some subscribers coming in.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Milton is saying we had about 5 stoplights.
Yeah, two. We got two.
I only had 2. I only had 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to correct that.
No,
we got 2 now.
Oh, no, 2.
Oh, don't be like that. Okay.
Milton says, Giselle, I'm sorry, Giselle says she loves gardening.
What's your relaxing? We love it.
What's your best crop right now that you're loving to grow besides lemongrass?
Beans.
Beans
and different types of beans. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you know, growing here is I mean, it's similar, but it's a little different because of the elevation, because of the climate, the soil, and all of that. So I spend a lot of time with friends and other local farmers learning how things go here, because it's easier to grow here with some, let's say, typically in your bed out in your yard. You know, if you got some acreage and you just want to start a garden, a big garden, you till up the soil and you get all the rocks and sticks and this and that. Now over here we grow right around them rocks. A whole lot of time. Yeah, it's different. So I'm learning. We're learning.
Right. Beans will get you hyped when you plant them because they grow so fast. You're like, oh, look what I did. So, you know, it get you hyped. So.
Yeah, I saw y'all out there picking them. I was like, oh, that looked like me and Milton out there picking beans. We farm channel so that we've done, and we plan to do once we pick back up once we move. But that channel is Craft Farms, and if you go over there, you'll see us sweating and picking up beans. Yeah, it's fun though. You get your exercise in.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now, Milton has a very serious question, and so I want you guys to give all the attention to this question. And that is, come on, computer, act right. It ain't acting right. Whoa, what is going on with the internet? Oh, there it is. Do you have a chicken named Rufus? Are you guys stuck? Looks like you guys.
Not Rufus.
Do you have a chicken named Rufus?
No. Not at this time.
we have a Keisha, we have a Miss Beasley, and we have Red. Those are the main ones that will always just. I put it like this: those are 3 that we won't eat.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got a Red, a Keisha, and I forgot what the last one was. They'll tell us.
Miss Beasley.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Miss Beasley.
Beasley. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes, Beasley. Okay.
No Rufus.
Now, Giselle is saying she just planted some beans herself.
Whoa. Yes.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Welcome, Sonovia. Welcome. So glad you're here. This family is Afrikan Dreamin, and they are over in Tanzania, in Arusha. So, guys, make sure you go out and support them. The link is in the description box below, and let them know how much we support them. Let's see. G Mama is asking, are y'all growing anything you've never experienced before? Fruits, vegetables, and will you be growing something new?
At the moment, I'm getting my slips ready. Now, you know how East Texas is. There's sweet potatoes and yams everywhere. And I grew up with them. I grew up watching them being grown, but I didn't have to put in the effort the way that we're doing now. So I'm working on my sweet potatoes. And I think the only thing we're growing now that we've never grown before would be petachichi. Avocado.
And pineapple. Pineapple's new.
Oh, yeah. We did
a video about that.
We did a video on that. We've never grown our own pineapple, and we never grown an avocado. You know, the avocado gonna take some time.
Right.
But yeah, those 2 things definitely.
Yeah, I saw that avocado y'all had. Looked like he was growing himself already. I mean,
right?
He's already.
He working, doing it. So those two things, and more to come.
Yeah, he was already going. He was take me to the water. He was already take me, put me in the ground.
That's
mean, you know. Milnex, I don't know if you already asked, but what was your reason for moving abroad? That is a good question, Mil. What was your reason for moving abroad?
I'll let wife take start this.
Just the rat race. We were tired. We were working. It's a lot of things that happened. But it was a rat race. Just being tired of, time rules your day. You have to get up by this time. You have to be at work at this time. You have to go to lunch at this time, and then you have to go home at this time, and then start all over again. It's just over and over again. And then we lost a lot of family members in the past 2 years. Quite a few, back to back to back, and we were like, what are we doing? We're stressed. Life is short. We want to go, so let's just go. Let's just go. What's the worst that can happen if we just stopped this rat race and just went and found our happiness
and stepped out on faith? Stepped out on faith, and here we are. And I'll refer back to you, Sanal, if I may. In one of your videos where you were discussing about, the American dream, I think it was, and we've touched on that too here recently, but you said some really profound things and made some hit home points, and something that really, resonated with me was, I think you said like 2 ships passing in the night.
That was us.
That was us.
Yeah. That
was us. And all we've ever done, soon it'll be 20 years together. And thank you.
Tomorrow.
Congratulations.
20 years together. Yeah.
15
married in August. Thank you.
Yeah,
you
15
married in August too.
Yes.
Oh, we're married in August too. What's your yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. well, of course, going off what you just said, we met at roughly the same age that you said you all met.
Yep.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Y'all gonna do the math. Y'all know how old I am. I was 20. He was 22 when we met. So.
Yep. But
that is awesome.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest reasons is I speak with my wife, not for her, but I'll say I think collectively we had a bit of a I know I definitely did. I had a not a spiritual like awakening necessarily, but I did have a massive perspective change. I had a massive shift in consciousness because as April mentioned, it was overwhelming, and she's not exaggerating when she says it was literally back to back to back to back to back, and even though the majority was on my side, we share our joys together and we share our pain together. So it was just too much. It
was a lot of loss in a very short period of time. Like I said, it just shifted our perspective, and we were like, what are we waiting on? There's never a good time. You can talk yourself into or out of anything. So we were like, we need to go. We need to go and see. And like I said, step out on faith and try. Just try.
Have this moment, have this experience, and trust in the Creator, trust in the Most High, consult with the ancestors, and both my mother and my brother being my best friend for a quarter century. So yeah, we were brothers, and I talk to him every day, and the peace that we've been able to have here is like next level for us. Now, it's not for everybody because Africa's not for everybody. The Caribbean's not for everybody. Making a transition like this is not for everybody, but no regrets.
Right.
No regrets. amazing experience.
Amazing,
and
so
it's still
far.
going.
Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. Milton has a follow-up question, and that is, I think the chat is so they are just really in tune with everything that you're saying. But Mel wants to know, what is it that you like most about Tanzania? Because you talk about it so passionately on your channel and here this morning.
Well,
it's evening where you are, so I can't say morning, but yeah.
Yeah. I would say the people. They're beautiful people. You don't meet a stranger. Everyone, wants to greet you and talk to you. They love that we try to learn the language and try to speak to them in their mother tongue, in Kiswahili. Just the way people share so freely.
Yeah, very communal.
Very communal, yes. The people here are lovely. They're lovely people.
And again, the peace, in addition to that, you have the people and you have the, it had, especially in the Arusha area, it's got a country feel to it. It's got a country vibe. It's, you just about never not hear a cow mooing, some chickening.
Yeah.
Like a rooster 24/7. Farms everywhere. It's a perfect fit for us.
Absolutely. Now, where we go, y'all? There y'all go. Okay. Zenobia says, me and my husband plan to farm tomatoes in Ghana. Have you guys been farming tomatoes?
We do have some tomatoes. Absolutely. Yeah. We have some wild little cherry tomatoes that grow here. They're just kind of indigenous to Tanzania.
Yes.
They grow like crazy. We have so many out there. We actually brought some seeds with us.
Working on growing some beefsteaks, and we've tried to grow a few different types. Of course, local seeds have better success here, but I kind of like to go straight direct sowing. But I gotta kind of pull myself back and start more seedlings in the house. So we're working on smaller little projects like that.
Just trying different ways to see which is best in this climate.
Yeah.
Now, do you all with the beefsteaks? Do you all or even with your other tomatoes that you grow? Do y'all fry green tomatoes?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay, because now you're bona fide. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
But you know what I did recently? I fried a red tomato. That I was gonna say that sucker was good. I'm telling you, that was some good eating right there. Yes, it was. I did the same way. It was good.
I've never tried. You always think fried green tomatoes. I have to try it. Okay.
Little cornmeal, just
Yeah.
Because what I had done, I had left some green tomatoes that we picked out of the garden, and then I left it up there too long, and I was mad. I was like, "Oh, but I'm gonna fry you today." I was like, "You gonna get fried?" So
I'm gonna try that.
Yeah,
you gotta try that.
Yeah, we trying that.
I was surprised. My hubby likes salsa. He likes to make he makes a good or pico. He makes a good pico salsa out of that. We put it on everything. Eggs. We put it on everything. That's all I'm saying. What are some of the best food dishes over there, and how do they stack up to Southern cuisine? Now I know because there's a thing of, when you go out to restaurants, and you guys talked about shopping. We're gonna get to that in a moment, like because some of the way they cut the meat is not the same. You talked about that. You have to bring it home, and you going to cut this. What did you say? This joint up yourself. So. So what are some of the best food dishes, and is it kugali? I don't know, and how they stack up to Southern food? Milton is
Okay, nothing stacks up to soul food. We'll just say that.
Thank
we'll just start
now.
with that.
Just make it plain.
Yeah,
make it plain.
Nothing.
You bona fide now. You working it now.
Yeah. I mean, they have staples, ugali and mchiche.
Mchiche. It's like a green. It's like a mixture of greens.
Like spinach.
It's like spinach, but you usually do it with like the Chinese lettuce and mix 3 or 4 greens together, and
that's really good.
Really good.
You have some good food here. I would say mishkaki is my favorite. It's beef chopped up, and they grill it. It's some kind of marinade. I don't know what kind of marinade they put on it.
I think it's I forget the name of the masala.
Oh,
it's
like a masala.
Like a masala sauce.
Yeah.
And with cucumber, with
I forget that side dish. It's cucumber and onions,
sliced cabbage, finely sliced cabbage. It's
really good. They pair that with a lot of their dishes, and then you have chips, which we call French fries. So that's one of my personal favorites. But they have some really good food here. So mishkaki, which is just beef.
But you're just not from the big Southern food, so I don't care where you're at.
Way.
You could be over in Kenya. You could up in Kenya. You could be over in Nigeria. You could be in Mali. It ain't better than
you gotta fry that chicken, man. Yeah. You gotta get them yams. You gotta
absolutely.
Yeah, you gotta hook it up.
Tater salad. I ain't seen nobody with us eating no tater salad over there. So, you see my point.
Yeah, I see. You gotta have. You gotta have.
Everything that we eat here is super, super, super fresh. All the vegetables, all the meat. It was probably butchered that morning.
Or no more than that day before.
Or no more than the day before. Everything is super fresh. We were just talking about our lives. We just bought a can opener. We've been over here for a year. Just bought a can opener.
Yeah.
Because we don't eat anything in the can. We don't eat every corn, whatever. We get it all fresh.
Maybe 3 times, and I just used the knife. But we finally got one. So, the more I'm gone, she might be here, whatever. I don't want baby trying to, use a knife to open a can, so we went ahead and got one. But most of it is fresh, which can be laborious too, because you have mom and pop restaurants everywhere, but you don't have your typical like pull up to the drive-through, get your 4 for $4, and eat on the way back to work from your lunch break.
Right.
So meals are made, and if you ever go to a restaurant here while you already too hungry, you done already messed up.
You're gonna be mad.
You're gonna be mad.
Wait.
It's gonna be about 45 minutes to an hour because literally they finna go back in the back and
take care of the chicken.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. You picking up what we putting down, baby. You understand, Sonal. Yeah.
Look, I'm gleaning. I'm coming right behind. I'm right behind you. Now, because you talked about Milton, we were looking like, and this is why you talking. If I'm looking like like that, is because I'm really drawn. I'm really listening. But you were talking about going to the grocery store, and you were like, look, you're gonna have to come back and do a little work. When you because the cuts are just not gonna be the same. And I was like, well, what? Then I got the picture. I was like, oh, okay, of my grandmother. Because remember? Do y'all remember when you didn't have the party wings? And your grandma, they in the kitchen and they cut up the whole chicken to make the pieces to make the parts.
Yes,
you can eat, that's some real stuff. So we about to, but the way you're talking about the not having the 4 for $4 and all that, I'm like, man, this is good because that's a lifesaver right there. We're already saving our own lives just by eating healthy. But yeah, go. I'm just going. I'm excited. Go to about the grocery store. Tell us a little bit of how it works when you're shopping, because I know for sure we have people who are planning to move to Tanzania. Giselle is definitely she and her family. I think they may be thinking about Dar, But so there are definitely people on my channel who are very interested in moving to Tanzania.
Yeah. Well, they do have regular grocery stores here. That's not a problem. You can go to a grocery store. The thing is, with the grocery store, you're going to get taxed. A lot of it's imports.
Almost all of it's imports.
Yeah, so it's going to be more expensive. You know, if you're from the States, your benchmark on prices is the States. So you compare everything to the States. So you'll see some things that are like, ooh, that is expensive. Because it is, because the import, they tax you for it. But most things in the stores, you can go out to the village and you can find.
Just about,
yeah. Almost everything. You just have to do a little lead work. Walk around and find
ask
people. Yes, make friends with Tanzanians, the locals, so they can help you. But you can usually find most of the things that you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's your lifeline. Not to veer too far. I don't want to digress too much, but for because we'll probably get into that a little bit later. But we real timid about advising the other diasporans because everybody's goals are different and all of that. But it's been our experience that Tanzanians are your lifeline to survival in a lot of ways. Right. Even though we connect and coalesce as diasporans, if you don't have a relationship with the people who can lead you to A when you're looking for A, or guide you to B when you're looking for B, then you out here tripping with no map. You're trying to get somewhere, but you ain't got no map. Right. You don't know what you're doing, where you're going. So I just want to throw that out there. Mm-hmm. But I've really gotten into butchering. So still sticking with the grocery stores. I'll say this: you can find like what's some cuts, but I'll give you an example. Our idea, especially being from Texas, Texas has the absolute best brisket on the planet. Everybody agreed to that. Y'all agree? Okay, everybody agree. So
she didn't give a chance.
Ain't no need. Don't worry about it. You agreed in your heart. And so if you get a cut of meat that's like what they have some brisket, they'll call it brisket, and it's about yay wide and it got a bone in it. And I'm like, hey brother, this you sure this is a brisket? Yeah, it's a brisket. Okay, it's a brisket for here. So we also have these. We purchase meat at these big open air markets or random butchers that are open air, and the meat hangs up by hook like it used to be. You know, back in the olden days, it kind of puts you in the mind of a smokehouse or something. And they take the machete, and you tell them how much you want, and they go to work on it. Now, when you get this big hunk of meat, if you not learn, either you don't mind how to handle you don't mind the way it's prepared for you, or you learn how to bring it home and make smaller, more precise cuts if that's what you're looking for. So in addition to everything else we do, I spend time learning how to butcher properly, more about different cuts of meat, which ones tend to last longer, the fat to lean ratio, and just it's a whole science behind butchering, but I'm really loving it. So, yeah.
Definitely got to put in that work. Well, if you cut some meat, yeah.
Now that was good. So tell me, are you guys? Where is this thing? No, I don't want to switch back. Yeah, I don't want to switch back. I'm here. It just don't want to switch back. Tell me, there it goes. Tell me, so have you learned yet, Julius, how to make the cut for filet mignons? Have you done that?
No, well, I'm gonna be honest with you, small. Not the filet mignon, but I done made the filet mignon pork chop. I done made the filet mignon grill. I've made the filet mignon bacon. Wasn't the best because it wasn't just the right cut from the belly that I needed, but yeah, I made some filet mignon neck bone.
Filet mignon oxtail.
Filet mignon oxtail. You should
you working now, bro.
You'll give it a chef's kiss when you get a hold of it because of how good. Yeah, I'm proud of my little oxtails now. They came out good. It took some time because I was missing the joint, right where you're supposed to cut, but keep working at it. Mm-hmm. And when you can fill up your freezer yourself for, I would say per kilo, beef right now is going for about, I can't remember exactly.
7,000 T-shillings?
Like 7,000, 8,000 T-shilling. What you got two ways to get this in the open market. You get you just say, give me some meat and they'll cut whatever they want. Or you can say steak and they'll give you the leaner, more, I won't say better cuts of beef, but they'll give you the ones that's probably like, it depends on what you want to make. And still, you got to get home and you got to trim it. You got to, you better cook it too.
Yeah, you better cook it.
Oh, we get ready.
You better cook it too. No, because you know what, Sanal, meat over here is like, it's not processed. It's not, it's processed because the breaking down of the individual pieces in itself is processed. It doesn't have chemicals in it. Mm-hmm. So this meat will go bad. You got if you can bring it home and refrigerate it, then you probably got about 3 or 4 days before you start.
Yeah.
And you don't want it to get to that point. So you see people all day, every day purchasing the meat that they want to buy for whatever meal for that day. And tomorrow they'll go out and do it again because there's wealth here, but there's also poverty and everybody doesn't have a refrigerator. Mm-hmm. So the way that people live and prepare meals versus what we may be accustomed to, it can be a bit of a culture shock for a lot of people.
Oh, that's my friend, Rachel.
Oh, hey, Rachel.
We're talking, so I'm looking at the chat too, but yeah. Hi, Rachel. Okay.
Hey, Rachel.
That made me happy.
Hello, new baby.
So the refrigeration you were talking about too, about how you the fruit is the same way. Like it's not. We were just watching this yesterday about how big grocery stores here, they'll ship stuff over here like bananas when they're still green, and then they'll put put all the gases in to kind of slow down. Yep. That's why the stuff don't be good. That's why it tastes like that. Right. But you guys, Milton says, I'm the grandson of sharecroppers, so my grandparents had concrete floors, which were cold in the winter, and this was a good form of refrigeration.
Absolutely.
So my question is, do you need refrigeration, or how have you guys navigated that?
As Americans, yeah, we need refrigeration.
We need refrigeration
because we just shop.
Yeah. We go, in that regard, I really like to keep it 100. We like to keep it 100 because she's accustomed to refrigerators. Mm-hmm. We just are. There's no shame in that, nothing wrong with that. And I constantly emphasize, you're not going to out-African an African, a continental African, just ways of living, things that they've been doing, mannerisms they have for survival that their entire life. Now I'm country and I can adapt and I'm willing to, but when it comes to a refrigerator, I'm not, look, this is enough of an experience. Mm-hmm. We choose not to make our lives abroad any more difficult or complicated than it has to be.
Right.
And having a refrigerator and a freezer is one of them.
Right. And lots of people have refrigerators here. They're easy. You can buy refrigerator stores. There's hardware stores. There's all kinds of stuff. So you can buy it. I think maybe more of the older, they might not have them,
right?
Because they don't need them. It's not something they grew up having,
right?
But it's easy to find. No problem.
And some of the smaller, more rural, even more rural to us villages. That's just not. Life has adapted so that form of, I'll call it a convenience. It's a necessity in some ways, but it's also a convenience. And there are swaths of people here who, if the power went out from the whole rest of the world, they would never skip a beat. Wouldn't even know unless you went out there and told them.
Right. sure you went to Maasai land with all the Maasai tribes.
Exactly.
They don't have
a lot of our friends are Maasai, and they just is happy living life and ain't worried about nothing between here, heaven, and earth.
Good. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's good stuff right there. If anybody has a question for Julius, and you all are brave enough, because I know you guys have a lot of questions. If you're brave enough, and if it's okay with April and Julius, and you're brave enough to come on and ask them a question live, you can do so. Here is the link. I've dropped the link in the chat. So you guys are having some really awesome questions. I'm telling you, I'm trying to keep up with the chat. You guys are having some really awesome questions for Julius and April. And so if you have a question that you want to ask and you think you want to ask it live, now when you come on, be nice now, because we shoes off and make sure you already hit the like button. Be nice and ask your question, right? Okay, all right. You're gonna have a 2-minute limit, and then gonna have to usher you on back down to your seats now. All right, so come on in. Come on in. If you want, here is the link. If you want to ask them a question, then you can. Owen says, "Hey, Owen, another way that meat has been preserved traditionally in Africa, etc., is by salting them. Then you wash, you soak, and you wash them off when you're ready to use. Have you guys encountered that?"
A little bit, but more just straight fresh. But that is very true, and it does happen. And that's definitely a way to preserve it. But that's how old folks did it back in Texas too.
Yep.
Salt that meat down and hang it and keep it.
And keep. That's what I'm talking about. So from the yard to fresh, from the yard to the stove. That's what I'm talking about.
Yard to
absolutely. Stove. I think somebody asked about the money conversion.
Oh,
let me ask before you go to this money. Let me money conversion before I forget, because y'all, I got rabbit mind. I be off on something. I wanted to ask this question about because I don't want to forget. You mentioned the Maasai tribe. Now, yes. I know they are fighting over y'all, Julius, are fighting over Julius about what tribe you're supposed to. So what tribe are you? I mean, which one did you or you can't, I don't want to get you in trouble, have them waiting outside the Maasai side. Which one you pick?
I haven't formally done a ancestry DNA yet, so I'm just going. I'm team everybody.
Okay.
What's the saying? I believe somebody said one time, go where you celebrate it, not where you tolerate it. I believe somebody said that, didn't it? So those are the tribes I belong to, the ones where I'm celebrated and not tolerated. So,
all right.
So and it's really heartwarming when you Black American and you're here in Africa and to be treated with that level of love, even though it's all in good fun. But you got this one friend that's Maasai, like, no, leave him, he Maasai. And then the other friend, like, no, look at it, he Chaga. And no, it's like, the back and forth, like he with us. It's just really, it makes you feel it's heartwarming.
Because they can't tell. We go with our friends all the time and we don't say anything. And they'll talk to us, keep like a little bit, we'll know, we'll speak back. Yeah. And then our friend, he'll out us. He'll be like, they're Americani. Right? They're Americani. Yeah. And we're like, no, they're not. Like, yeah. They don't know until we open our mouth.
Right.
Because they can hear it. I'll forever sound like a foreigner. Mm-hmm. Even if I have Kiswahili down pat, I'll still sound like a foreigner. They don't know until we start speaking.
When you talk, they know.
Yeah.
And I'll say something else and all real interesting. Okay, so if I can articulate this correctly, different regions of Africa seem to have like a certain aesthetic, a look. Like I have a lot of friends from West Africa and like Senegal and Gambia, and not all, but a lot of people have a lot of similar features. Same for Ethiopia, my Ethiopian friends, and same for other places. I don't want to belabor the point, but in Tanzania, I've seen everything from a Wesley Snipes to a Kiki Wyatt. I've seen everything from somebody who looked like they could be one of my cousins to look like my pastor when I was little. I mean, Tanzanians it's really like being in the States because everybody looks so different. And I'm out some days in the village and it's like, I see somebody who look like I went to high school with them. I see people who look like former co-workers and family members. So that's something I still get amazed by that every time I'm not at home because it's that part is like being in the States for me.
Now let's go to your question. I had to find it. How long does it take for you to learn about the money conversion? So tell us about the money conversions, how that works.
It's not too hard. I mean, we usually have a phone with us, so you just check on your phone. But pretty much it's like whatever. Isn't like whatever it is. Like American is half.
Roughly half.
Roughly half of.
It's like so if let's say 10,000, which is the largest denomination bill here, and 10,000 T shillings would roughly be about. You have to check real time because it's constantly being updated. But let's say that's like 4 1/4. That's like $4.25. And over the course of the day, it could fluctuate as much from $4.15 to up to like maybe $4.28. But that's roughly it. So, like G Mama commented on that with 7,000 per kilo.
That sounded like a lot. But it's like it's like $3.
Roughly.
Like $3
for a whole kilo of fresh beef or pork or chickens. Whole chickens usually in a market setting usually run about 7,000. So
now, so we got the money down. We can buy something, and we know when we buy something, we need to go and eat it because you can't just keep it around your house all day because them avocados were trying to plant themselves and walk on.
That was amazing.
Walking on themselves right on out to the garden. Now, have you? Wants to know, have you guys been to West Africa? Which is one of my questions. Do you plan to go? And if so, what's the comparison, in your opinion, between the two as far as daily life or and he's asking again, we covered this. And you got to watch the replay. But anyway, why y'all choose Tanzania overall?
No, we've never been to West Africa. No. Okay. We do have friends there.
And we plan to go.
Right. And when we were deciding between Gambia and Tanzania, our friend was a little mad at us.
He was a little salty.
He wanted us to come to Gambia.
Yeah, he really wanted us to call Gambia home. And we had a decision to make, so we ended up going with Tanzania for several different reasons. But like the thing is, and this helped us a lot. I don't again, I'll say this. I would build relationships with people that are continental Africans while you're still in America. And what the way that benefited us, we had two close friends from two different countries, and we ended up making a decision. But the help that we have, that we received from our friend that we met in America and over years built a relationship with him. When we told him, like, bro, we really thinking about, no, we gonna do this for real. We going to Tanzania. And he was like, oh, bet, you serious? Yeah, I'm serious. Well, we going on, him and his wife, they were on their way for vacation. So, it was one of them look at God moments because it just all worked out. It all synced up, the timing. We didn't, since we've been here in that regard, we've literally wanted for nothing.
Right.
While he was still in country here, he made sure we stayed in a hotel for 3 days.
Yeah.
3 days. And the only reason it was that long is because we just needed to rest.
Yeah, we were so tired.
Yeah. So no Airbnb, no extended hotel stay. Just like we trusted him, which is hard to do these days or at any time really, but we decided to trust someone that we had built a relationship with in the States. And when we got here, I mean,
he took care of us.
He took care of us.
And I know you said a lot of people are thinking about moving here and everything. So we don't give advice. That's not our thing, because things change rapidly. So, but when we were in the States, we were looking at houses and things like that online. And our friend was like, just wait till you get. That's kind of uneasy to wait till you get somewhere to find a place.
Right.
But he was like, wait till you get here, because a lot of things online, they might not be available. They might say they're available. They might not be available. And there's a lot of things that aren't listed. The home we're in, it wasn't listed anywhere.
No.
We wouldn't have found it unless we had some, word of mouth. That's how things work here. And everything is negotiable. Never pay anything online either. Never. Ever.
And you end up using a Dalali more likely than not.
Which is basically a realtor. They'll find places for you.
Right. Places that you otherwise would never find on your own because you don't even know how to get to them.
Right. There's no addresses. There's no 123 Happy Street here. There's like, you just kind of know where you at. And people know where you at. And,
Very common.
Wow. Now that's great. That is really great advice. I hope y'all are taking notes. I had to go off so I could take the notes. To build a relationship with people overseas. How did you guys build those relationships before you got there? Were you in WhatsApp groups? Were you on Facebook groups? How'd you do it?
No. He had a friend that he worked with.
Yes.
And he was from Tanzania.
And she has friends from that she worked
all
with
over,
from
Ethiopia,
Togo,
Ghana. Just meeting people. We were in Seattle. There's a lot of different people in that area. So we were just blessed to meet, people from different places that we wanted to go to. And we befriended them, talked to them, worked with them for years. So we knew them and they knew us.
Right.
So we got to make that bond and ask them about their home country and see how they talked about it and how they loved the pride they had in talking about where they were from. And it actually started with your friend.
Right. It started with a friend that started as a co-worker that grew into a friend. And thank you, Rachel. Thank you. It started as a co-worker relationship and grew into a genuine, real friendship. And I just being completely honest, enough, we've never been in a what you call it? What's that? In a
the diaspora
groups.
Yeah,
we don't belong in it. We just been blessed along the way, and I really, really can't emphasize enough how important it is, in my opinion, for people to build relationships with continental Africans, especially if you planning on coming to Africa, because on a bit of a side note, but maybe it needs to be said. Both
Say it. Look,
both
I'm gonna get the whole screen.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Both of my close friends, regrettably, over time, as we built relationships and got closer, they come over to the house and I go to their house and we cook together and stuff like that. They both said that I normally don't meet African Americans like you, or we don't talk to each other enough, or they never ask me how I'm doing or about Africa or about going, and that's disheartening. There's like the complexities of do they like us? Do we like them? Africans like that. I don't know how to fix that.
Right.
But what I do know is what I can do, and what I've elected to do, what we've elected to do, is to be the opposite of whatever's wrong.
Right. And just opening a dialogue and asking a question, because I'm nosy, because I'll be like, tell me everything. Where are you from? What's that like?
Right.
What languages do you speak? You know, it's,
right. And then you start these relationships, and sometimes people are just, I won't say grateful is not the right word, but just, I guess like refreshed to be inquired, especially for, and I'm gonna be honest, for most of my friends that are continental Africans that migrated to America, from them, you know, according to them, they typically don't have other or Black Americans inquire about what life was like wherever they from, much less try to be friends, much less sit down and break bread together. And it's a complicated issue. We don't know how to fix it, but I know what my part in making it better can be, and that's what we're doing. Right. You can talk about it or you can live it. We chose to live it.
Live about it. You can or be about it. Come on, somebody. He preaching, y'all. He preaching it. Y'all, I ain't saying no amens. Actually, I am. I'm seeing. I am actually. Right. I love that. Yes. Oh wow. Yes, I actually am seeing all the amens. Great point. Owen says, great point about building relationships while in the United States. Best way to do it. Yes. Owen, lots of Africans here have properties back home and can set you up with connections, accommodations, etc. Make things much easier because they understand both cultures already. Mel says, amen, amen, and amen again.
And really smart people, really smart. I mean, I think, you know, wife's pretty smart, I'm pretty smart, but I mean, I emphasize that point because there's almost like a small bit of condescension sometimes as far as the ability of foreign peoples, especially in America, right? Most of our friends speak 4, but definitely 3 languages. They speak English, they speak Kiswahili, and they speak their mother tongue. We're talking about most of the people over here.
Yep.
So, I mean, not to go too far into different parts and functions of the brain, but when you can process that and do that because you've done it since, you know, childhood, that's impressive.
Very.
Or at least to me it is.
Yeah. And the people here are very welcoming. Like our friend that helped us when we got here, he introduces his family, his friends. That's who we hang out with now. His mother and father, we hang out with them all the time. We go check on them. They call us every Sunday, every Sunday. They call us and check on us. I think your phone was ringing earlier. Like, come to the pub, to the pub. You know, we have a good time. We have a good time. We eat. It's just amazing people. He left us in good hands. Everybody, all of his family embraced us. We've been to birthday ceremonies. We've been invited to weddings, tons of parties and things like that. It's very welcoming. Yes.
Yeah.
Awesome. So y'all over there partying and we sitting here in the cold, in the snow, and freezing. I'm feeling some kind of way. I don't know.
I'm sorry,
Owen says because there's already established stereotypes of negativity such as rampant poverty, which you alluded to, Julius and April, starving folks, underdevelopment, electricity going out. What's the other one everybody likes to talk about? Internet ain't working. Y'all saw my internet, and I'm in Memphis, and had y'all all around. So
it happens.
Right.
I meant
there's very wealthy people here. Very wealthy people here. Do not get it twisted.
Right.
Very wealthy people here. Internet, no problem. The lights do go off sometimes.
We have power issues. Yeah. And you know, the grid is not what some people. I mean, I think that's one of the things is selected to be harped on, but it depends on where you at in the States. Be in the right, wrong spot and see how your water working. Mm-hmm. Be in the right, wrong spot and see how your lights do if the wind blow too hard.
Right.
So, and those are things you have to be ready for and adapt to if you plan on coming here. Mm-hmm. See, so now you got us doing it. Didn't we say we weren't going to be giving out tips and advice? You got us doing it anyway.
This is
no, this is not so bad. This good tips.
Bring some battery packs.
Right.
Bring your, the ones that look like
keep talking, guys. Keep talking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bring battery packs, your backup power for your tablet, your phone, your
solar camping lantern.
Right, something like that.
Things you can plug up and charge into USB, USB charged lights and all that kind of just a little things that you would take for granted or you don't think, it'll be fine. I would bring those.
Anything you would use for preparedness, right? Mm-hmm. Stuff that I think is a good idea to have around the house.
Anyway. Don't be bringing your couch. Don't be bringing your microwave.
Let them bring it if they want to. That's their business. I don't care what y'all bring.
You plug their microwaves up, it might pop.
You bring your couch and your love seat. They might want to bring their couch because their mama gave it to them. You let them bring their couch if they want to bring their couch.
Y'all bring what you want.
There you go. There you go.
Do what you want. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. Look at it. See, no, you on it.
You ready.
You ready.
I had to go get it. Look, it might, let's see. Oh, I got power.
There you go. You ready. Yes, ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Mel gonna trade. He gonna crank a while. I'm gonna crank a while.
Hey, it'll get the job done.
Right.
It'll get the job. You can't go wrong with that, Sanal. Just having that mindset is why you'll be okay wherever you go. There you go.
Mel was we were watching you last night. You were saying because and this almost took us out because this is Mel's pet peeve. But Mel you were saying you can get some of these things from the $1.25 store because Mel calls it the 5-quarter store. So the 5-quarter store, you said the dollar. So Dollar Tree but it's important to grab, get these things. I mean, we're in Memphis, so we have tornadoes. It just amazes me. Folks want to talk about Africa, and it's like all of a sudden they don't know nothing about no power outages. They don't know nothing about nothing.
Right.
And like your power ain't been out before. I mean, because I ain't gonna talk about them. But MLG&W, I'm just saying MLG&W. Always got a reason why, during it's always the trees, it's always some reason why during the ice storm the electricity goes out. And then we have serious tornadoes and all kinds of other stuff and infrastructure problems and
absolutely.
I'm just saying, and then we want to go and talk about Africa and say it's not, whatever, but I have severe allergies. And so one of the things that I found out with having severe allergies was that I couldn't eat the beef in stores. We started growing our own food. I couldn't eat corn out of a store. I did find corn that I can eat now, but I have to drive. We have to drive to Mississippi to get it when we don't, when we weren't growing our own. Because the dye that they put in like the hamburger meat and in the steaks was making me sick, literally making me sick. And then I started learning about herbs and other things because hubby and I had COVID. My hair fell out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I remember you talking about that.
Yeah, so I had to learn, about herbs. This whole call, you talking about this spiritual thing that whether it's a spiritual or it's a mindset shift. Milton talks about mindset shifts over his channel. We got some great content creators in the chat, G Mama, and just so many great Giselle, so many great who's moving to Tanzania. So many great, amazing people in the chat, and just amazing people. Like Rachel, I don't know if you have a channel. We're gonna support everybody.
Thank you for doing it.
Right, we support everybody, and so you know, I had to learn. So I had to learn about herbs and all these different things to save our lives. Some of these things that, you know, we're going through in the world, you're gonna have to go back to Africa to find the solutions. And this whole thing of minimalism, of, you know, learning how to prepare your own foods, cooking at home, and you know, learning simple things, having these simple things around. We think somehow that the West is paved in gold and America is, you know, is always going to be, Babylon is never going to fall. But I mean, we're already watching what's happening in the news. We ain't trying to go into that. But you know, folks are already threatening to what's the word? Retaliate, because, you know, their currencies are being cut off, and because they don't like what's way the US, you know, responding on certain things. So yeah, so y'all, you better get you some. You better go to the quarter store, 5 quarter store, you know, or the dollar.
Yeah, 5 quarter store. So now, if I could elaborate on that, we got a comment in the chat. Have you looked into solar systems like Goal Zero? Absolutely. Funny you say that. Literally, just last night we were re-looking at some of the old stuff in our what you call it in your bag,
Amazon cart.
In the cart, because like even though we were not in the house at the time, I still we believe adamantly about a certain level of readiness, a certain level of preparedness. And anybody who was in the Seattle area in 19 snowstorm and 20, it was wild. It was rough. So I have a DIY one that we actually I kind of built myself, put it together. We do have solar, a couple 100-watt panels, and
there's lots of places here you can get that.
Lots of places.
That's not a problem.
Here in Africa, who would think? I didn't know Africans had solar panels, girl. What? Look at God. So yes, even here in Africa, you can get you some solar panels. You can get a deep cycle solar battery. And that was a great question, because I cooked for Goal Zero. I really like their products for years and years. But
Amazon does have a great selection. Only thing is, shipping here
is
expensive.
It is.
Amazon, you can get Amazon here, but it's probably gonna be like double what's in your cart. So it's not even worth it.
Unless it's something you want real bad, like some Tony's or maybe some Lawry's.
And there's other websites that you can order things from to get stuff like that, because there are certain seasons that you would see in like Tony's and Slap Your Mama, all that stuff. You're not gonna find that here. At least not in Arusha, maybe in Dar es Salaam, maybe.
Maybe.
But you can. There's websites where you can order things like that. It'll get to you. But Amazon,
yeah.
And I miss my Amazon.
I miss your Amazon too. Every day.
Bad, y'all.
I miss it every day. It's just packed. I just lost my fight. I didn't even, if I was at home and I heard a bump against the door, I quit checking and everything. Oh, she didn't order something else. So, back to that meat slog. I'm glad you. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So the power goes out here the same way in the South. You guys are frozen. It looks like you're frozen just a bit. And then Owen says no more now, though. Folks are waking up, watching these YouTube videos to educate themselves and form their own opinions. No more brainwashing stereotypes. No more. Love that. Yes, love that.
Yeah. You know something I found, Sanal, to touch on what you just discussed a bit about current and world events. I see this being a thing. Over the last maybe 2, 3, let's say 4 decades, a lot of countries, I'm specifically talking about African countries now, that may have been left out of the loop in a lot of development, in a lot of growth as far as some of the technologies that are just now starting to, and advancements that are making their way to the continent now. In that time of deprivation, what happened was, in my belief, in my observation from being on the ground here, people did what they've always done. They survived. they survive in the best of ways, in the purest and most natural of ways. So sometimes, it makes you wonder, the first shall be last and the last shall become first, because I'm watching so many different nations and countries do this progression where everybody's in the pursuit of simplicity, be it from being more green, from it being altering the diet, doing all these different things, right? Well, it's a whole nother hemisphere and globe full of people that never stop doing that. So now you're taking a concept that you've just found out might be a good idea, and you're presenting it in this fashion as though it's some novel concept that you just created, and these folks out here living their best life in the simplest, most natural, purest, dare I say, what savage-like way. Savage-like way, if I can say that word, because that's how it's been seen and looked at for so long. And now it's like, oh, them folk were on the song. They were on the song. So I just wanted to throw that in real quick before it slipped my mind.
Oh, it's true. It's like living off grid, as if people weren't already living that way. People been living off grid, semi-grid. I mean, they didn't call it that. The whole thing, living in an RV, living in a trailer, and then they come out with it, and it's like, oh, it's so fresh, it's so new, and it's like, ma'am, sir, we was already What is you talking about? Folks have been brainwashed with technology for so long that they are detached from the natural life and living, so technology isn't available, and they can't survive when in nature, when the world falls apart, right?
Facts.
Well said. They you preaching over there. I'm just saying, you preaching over there. Rachel say you preaching
there. Thank you, Owen. Thank you, Rachel. But missing off, I think that you've mentioned other people like Mr. Timothy Ward and a few other people that I've watched. First off, it's kind of surreal being a content creator, because I'm an introvert. I'm a very private person. I stepped out of. I know you said that. You said that. I've stepped out of my comfort zone.
Okay.
So did wifey, because this is not either one of our bag. But people like Timothy Ward and other people, this whole concept of minimalism, this whole concept of living your life for you, on your terms, by your terms, and as much as possible. Yeah, we all need money. We have to survive. We have to.
Unfortunately.
But the way that it's been done for so long, I think people are, I can only speak for myself, are slipping into another consciousness and reality of, oh, another way is possible. I don't need all of these things that I thought I need. People keep waiting to arrive, and then the arrival point get another 15 feet away, and then you arrive there, and then it's another 30 feet away, and you spend your whole life in pursuit of a goal manufactured for society to say that you've arrived, and that spot, that pinpointed location, don't even really exist. No. People waking up. People are waking up.
Yeah, they are. I mean, because we've been trapped in this American dream, this American system. And I've done videos, which I need y'all to go support those videos that I did. I know all y'all in the chats that I did on the American dream. And I'm just so proud of Milton and these amazing creators who, like you, stepped out of their comfort zone, right? To talk about this issue and to lend it's us that are leading the way. The diasporans, we are the ones leading the way on this conversation and telling it and making this go viral in a way that I think YouTube, almost breaking YouTube down and breaking the internet, because we're sharing that this this American dream that people have boxed us in and brainwashed us into, and set up for us. This ain't it. There's a whole nother life, a whole nother way that we can operate that's outside, of the rat race. I did a rat race video. Y'all, please go check it out. Mel and I did a podcast about the rat race. It's over.
I listened. Yeah, it's a great podcast. Everybody.
Thank you. And so it's important to do these videos. It's important for us to share our voice. If you're just writing a post about it, or if you are doing a video yourself about it, it's important to share your voice and to share your story, because you got to find ways to connect with your audience, but you got to find ways to get that message out there, right? And so having our Black faces, showing our faces, and telling our stories are so important. And I'm glad that you guys stepped up and are doing that. Before we go on, because we're gonna hop over into content creation and some other things, but Owen says, get your gablets, Lord. Get your gablets prior to traveling overseas. And then they do have similar Amazon, something in Africa called Jumia. It's a South African country.
One of my good friends just told me about that place. They have good prices. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Thank you, Owen. Yes.
He's spot on.
So that's why I love the community. Yeah, Jumia. I thought you were gonna say something, Julius. Okay.
No. I've been talking enough.
Facts all day. Facts, my brother. Facts all day. So many people aren't living and don't know how to, because of this American dream. And if we go back to a simple life, the world would be a better place. I was just reading an article yesterday. Yes, I was just reading an article yesterday about happiness, about the happiness levels of people around the world. Do you know that America wasn't even on the list? All right, I'm lying. They were on the list. They were on the list, but I'm lying. But I feel like they forced them on the list because they were like 16, something like that. But they weren't in the top 10. But I think they forced it, and paid their way to get in the top 20. But they were definitely. You ain't happy in America. How you happy in America? And you got to work like a dog. You got to work 2 and 3 jobs. You're working 12, 18 hours. You bring in work home. You barely can see your husband. When you do see your spouse, it's at night. You're going away from your children all day long.
Right.
And then you come in, you try to rush and scarf down some kind of dinner. You try to, on the weekends, I don't know what kind of attention and time you're paying to each other, because on the weekend,
right?
You got to get grocery done, you got to get laundry done, you got to go see Big Mama, you got to run on the errands and do this for Big Daddy, you got to change a light bulb in a line and screwing some over somebody. I mean, you just mopping. I was like, one time I really was like, okay, we were working, and I was like, I don't know when I really had to sit there because I like a clean house, and I was like, I don't know when the last time I mopped. Wait a minute, I've been Swiffering, but I'm just saying, when did I last time get out there? Because I don't have time. Like I just, you're right, you just don't have time, and so we're caught up, and we've been, I call it social psycholized, right? I made up my own word, from Mississippi. I can do that. What you mean. I'm from the South. I can do that. So that we into socialized and psycholized into living a certain way, and we don't even realize that this ain't it. What Big Mama was doing when she paid for her house and she paid for her land, and when they had the pump, my great grandma acted a plum fool when they came and took her pump and shut her pump down and made her get on the water main line.
On the water main,
because water was free.
Yep.
So and it was good. People who drank well water.
That was the best
water. Well water, cold.
But it's sweet.
Yep. Yes. Straight out the ground. Straight out the ground. And you know, it's in 2022. You talk to some people about drinking well water, and they like, you know, it might be cool or it might be like, ugh.
Yeah.
You know, and
they don't know.
They don't know.
They don't know.
And you know what I hear you when I hear you say, Mr. Nav, what you saying, I hear you sound like a woman who's describing what it sounds like for people to reclaim their time. Because in all actuality, the only thing you have in this realm of existence is, in fact, your time.
Because you can't make more time.
And you can, do they do that?
No, I don't think so.
They ain't doing that. Okay, so you can't get more time. So the time afforded you in this life, in this realm of existence, in this physical body, is all we actually have that we possess, that we can forever call ours, that we can forever call our own as our time. And somehow we've been manipulated in a lot of different ways. No specific person or no specific whatever, but just generally kind of been conned out of all the things that you just mentioned. When you work a 12-hour shift, what I've done too many times in my life, just go ahead and call that at least 14 hours, 15 minimum, because you're going to wake up. You got to get ready. You got to mentally prepare before you get behind that wheel. You don't want to be late, so you get there sometimes doggone 15, 30 minutes early. You add that up, just slap another 2 hours on that 12-hour shift. And then when you finally do get home, you probably don't go straight home. You need to stop and get some groceries. You need to do this, run an errand, so then you go home and you sleep for maybe like 5 hours and do it all over again. That is exhausting. And stress, I said it on, I think, our live the other day, stress is killing people. Not meeting an impossible, unrealistic standard is killing people.
Yes.
And I think this, and I'm so glad that you created the video and that you had the discussion with Milton about this American dream, because I don't think this concept is a fad. I think this is an exhausted society. That is starting to become more of a collective. So, yeah.
That's been enslaved for far too long, and they're realizing that they were thinking we were the ones being enslaved, but they realize now, people are waking up and realizing now that other folks was enslaved within this system too, because it's a buy. So you trade happiness and joy for a new purse, a new car, new shoes, new this, that, tickets to this game, tickets to that, you know, and it's like they are realizing now, not only have we been pushed into this marketing capitalistic system and being enslaved by it, but they have been as well, and even more enslaved than we are, because they believe everything they say. We sitting there knowing full well, I don't believe nothing they say. I mean, because this stuff ain't real. It's not true.
Well, you know, I think the reason it's taken off the way it is because people starting to figure it out across the board. People are starting to figure it out across the board, and you know, over the past 2 years, everything from the thing that was going around, people lost so freaking much, and that you know, Mr. Nav, we crossed over racial boundaries, it crossed over ethnic boundaries, it crossed over everything, because if you a small mom and pop joint,
you got shut down.
And you got shut down for a year, and ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? Like it.
Right, and there was no coming back.
People got destroyed. So what we seeing now, I believe, especially in America, are what it looks like when all those things manifest into reality. The news can stop talking about stuff all they want to, but that don't make it go away.
Right.
Especially if you're a real human being.
Right.
Out on the ground, living with the turmoil of what transpired 15 months ago, 18 months ago, 24 months ago, and you had a business and now you don't have one, you still reeling with that. If you couldn't afford your rent for 6 months, a year or two ago, you still reeling with that. If you lost your job and never got another one after that, these people are still among us, and they're starting to a collective is forming, because it's just forming. Yes, ma'am. Too many people dealt with too much for too long, and they're tired. So
yeah. The rent was too high, and it was too high for too long. They could have possibly kept the illusion going, but they kept it going for way far too long, and then people began to wake up because the blue pills and red pills start wearing off, and so and so they had to. They had to come out, and then they started thinking, well, you know what? I'm tired of chasing all these chickens. I'm tired of chasing all of these. This is when Sonobi made this comment. We're gonna use it. We're gonna pull it on in because I want to make sure everybody's comment is. But when they were chasing these dollars and these cents, chasing the American chicken, chasing the American dream. And then you realize, that you just need to be real. And I just want to say, Milton is saying, I just want to say, y'all real folks, y'all real people, for opening these cans right here out here with these knives. Some folks don't know how to do that. That would be me. He's meddling because I don't know if you see that. That is not a tattoo. I cut myself, so now I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed to use any kind of weaponry of any form. It includes small, large knives and butter knives. Mel asked me yesterday, we were cooking something, and he was like, grab me a spoon. I was like, how you gonna flip that with a spoon? Don't you need a fork? He was like, is it sharp? I asked, spoon, babe. Just get this. Babe, just get this spoon. It's okay. I'm gonna work it out. Give me 2 spoons. So he said nope. So right. So we gotta do what we gotta do and go back to these old ways, right? From learning how to cut stuff up and packaging stuff and and doing what we need to do. We need to make, I don't know what make change, but sometimes we gotta figure out how to make change, but I don't know. We're getting out of this American system, and if that means for most of us to leave it completely behind and go to another country, we have to do, what we need to do. I mean, we just have to do what we need to do for ourselves and our families. Go where you're celebrated. Look, don't be sitting here trapped. Right. Look, don't be sitting here trapped. Right. Don't sit here and be trapped. I'm laughing at myself because I was trapped here too long. I should have been gone. Don't sit here and be trapped in these places. Right. That don't celebrate you and don't. Right. Don't celebrate. All in due time. I hope the time today. Don't celebrate you and don't love you. I made some choices when you were talking about how you came upon Tanzania. I had to make some choices when we were talking about going, and living different places. So I just wanted to say that I understood what you were saying, because we just don't realize that sometimes, and I try to be very open and kind to people whenever, as an influencer, when they're talking to me about, and this is my comment, you don't have to comment on it if you want, if you don't want to, but I noticed that I would ask different creators different things. And so this is why I appreciate you being so transparent and open, right? And I commend you for that. And just being honest when you're on with your here on our live and also on your channel and telling the real story, how it really is. Because sometimes you find with creators, it's like Instagram. They want to give you a false sense of what's going on instead of just telling you the truth. Baby, you're gonna need some stuff, over here. So you're not shocked. And so I had, sort of a difficulty sometimes talking, with different, some, not everyone, because some guys are just amazing like you guys are, but talking with creators and trying to get the real of finding people who would tell me the real about what's going on. Because not everyone is going to be that transparent and going to be that helpful and be that loving. And so, and I'm saying that to say Go over and support Afrikan Dreamin. Go over and support their channel because they're gonna give you the real. They're gonna be transparent. They're gonna be open. If the avocado is trying to plant itself, they're gonna tell y'all the truth, right, about this avocado, because avocados here in the States, they ain't gonna do that. But you know, you go to Africa and this soil is gonna reach up and grab your stuff, even if it sticks, weeds, and all, and it's gonna grow, baby. You know, it's gonna grow. And so you know, and then you're gonna get fresh food, you're gonna get all kinds of good stuff. And so you know, and they're gonna tell you the truth. They're gonna tell you ain't nothing gonna touch soul food. So don't you go looking. Before you get here, I ain't gonna look. Don't look at don't go looking for it. Don't get your feelings hurt, honey. Don't get your feelings hurt. You know what I'm saying? Don't get your feelings hurt. So I'm just saying. And when they have not done something and they don't know something, they're gonna tell you, go find you a consultant, baby. Go get you some information. I can direct you to one. Because I hadn't tried the red tomatoes, but I can tell you the fried green tomatoes are real good. You know, they're gonna tell you the truth. And honest. And so Snowy is saying fried green tomatoes, red tomatoes, I eat them all. I'm with you.
I'm blaming.
And when when they try it on the channel, they're gonna let us know how it tastes. Snowy says, I love roosters. Do y'all have roosters?
Yes,
we do.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you guys made a brave decision. Bravo. They're congratulating you guys on your marriage, on 20 years.
Thank you.
And yeah.
The
American dream.
Thank you, Milton.
There it is. Yeah. Congratulations. And the American dream is a stressful nightmare. Milton is saying, glad you guys took the leap. There's a question I wanted to get back up to. I wanted to ask, do you guys have children? Snovia wanted to know, do you guys have children? And if so, are they school aged?
No kids.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No little ones.
No little ones. Lots of friends with kids, but no, we don't have any.
Lots of nieces and nephews.
Yeah.
We cool, uncle cool, auntie.
Yep.
All right, be careful with that water over there in Africa, because there's something in that water. So y'all saying y'all got kids, y'all. They're proud of it. We ain't got nothing. We got keep drinking the water. Keep on. Keep getting that well water. Let's see. Check back. Boy. There was a question, and it was a couple of sets of questions. It was before the solar. Oh, here it is. Milton asked, not to get too personal. Look, not all in your business. How do you guys do to make a living? And then Owen says, was going to ask the same question about what they do for income. And I think everybody wants to know this. And this is something Milton and I are trying to figure out now. Everybody wants to know this because they want to know options and have solutions for things that they can do to move abroad. So,
well, this is the business and money manager. This the person to talk to right here. But my little 2 cents of it would be to I would say if you're prepared to make a move, like really considering living in another country, every dollar you got right now, make that dollar work for you. You can have a tank full of gas, and if you drive from Shreveport to Dallas, guess what you're gonna need eventually? Some more gas.
Yeah.
Savings don't last for forever, right?
Gas is $79 a half a gallon.
For real.
That is crazy. That's wild. I've been seeing that.
You need another job to get to the gas to get to the other job.
Yes,
right. Get to the gas station. You need a job just to drive to the gas station.
Right.
And we ain't getting no snacks when we get there. Right. Getting gas.
Just gas. But yeah, so your savings won't last. You need some kind of reoccurring income. Mm-hmm. Even if you could put yourself in a position, we all know what interest rates are doing right now, and we see how a lot of the stock market is doing right now. Mm-hmm. Disclaimer: this is not financial advice because I don't give financial advice. We're just talking about our situations. If you could extract a portion of whatever savings that you may have in a Roth or in your IRA, your retirement or whatever, if you have one, again, this is not financial advice. I'm just saying options. Like if you move and you notice what you're about to do, that's money that you could use to live, to sustain yourself and to survive off of as you build your little mini empire or whatever. Depending on the country you want to go to, a place like Tanzania, you're going to need a business more likely than not. You just will. So before I let baby take the mic, think about what you can save, how you can save it. If you decide to sell a vehicle, if you decide to sell a property, you could be smart with that and make that sustain you for quite a while. Because it's I can only speak for the chicken business, between building, between permits, between taxes, between all the things that you have to do in order to get going, the stops and the starts and build a little bit of it. Like it takes time. So I would say make your money stretch. And if you have a sufficient or decent savings, that's different to everybody. But I would say pinch your way through your experience until you can start making the money that you make here work for you, which will also be in another currency. So remember this, it can hurt sometimes, right? Like you spending US dollars that you took and you investing in your business, you're gonna recoup those gains in whatever currency where you located. If it's Dalasi, if it's T shilling, if it's Kenyan shilling, wherever you decide to land, you're gonna make money back in that country and in that currency.
So you have to keep that in mind.
Please be mindful of that, because if you come spend $5,000 towards your business and you think, oh man, in X amount of months I'm gonna recoup. No, you're not.
Right.
No, you're not. Not in dollars.
Not in dollars. Yeah. But I mean, long story short, we made our money work for us, investing, things like that, to make sure we were able to be okay and be able to do the things that we needed to do here to start generating more income. So we just made our money work for us. What
were you gonna say about this? Go ahead, right?
But if anybody is wanting to come here, you definitely need to have a stream of income before you come here, because you're not going to go and find a job. You're not going to go to the local hardware store and find a job. That's not how things work here. Lots of foreigners who start businesses and things like that. I would start, a drop shipping business, or you can put, if you have something you're very passionate about, you can create a course or a class and do that online and charge people for that. You can do consulting if that's something you want to do after you've been here for a while. What else? You can utilize affiliate programs if you have things that you use all the time, products that you like. You can see if that company has an affiliate program and promote those products and sell them. That's a source of income. So there's different ways to do it, but I would definitely have a source of income, a stream coming in before you get here that's going to sustain you while you're here, because your savings will go very quickly. We can't say bring a set amount of money,
right? Because we don't know what that is, or what your goals are, what your plans are,
what your habits are, what you like to spend your money. We can't really call that for you. So there's no magic number. Like I can save this much and then I can go.
Right.
So that's, we can't tell you that.
And I would say this to elaborate a little bit more on why I started with like the savings in the beginning. I would say, like an example, just hypothetical. If you have X amount of dollars in an account, right? And I'm just throwing out a random number. Let's say you got like 20 racks. You got like 20,000. And you divide that by 12. Of course, you're going to have some unexpected, unanticipated expenses. But you divide that by 12. Okay, this is how much I have for a year. And you know that you have that. I count that as an income. Now you can watch that deplete because you know it's not going to last forever. But if it's 10,000, you could do the same thing and say, okay, I need to live off of whatever this is divided by 12. This 10,000 divided by 12 for X amount of month, and that's going to be my income.
You still need some reoccurring.
You need
income.
Reoccurring. Yeah,
you have to.
Yes, it's highly recommended. We don't get in grown folk business. We don't tell grown folk what to do. But I think I would definitely recommend that because it's
absolutely. And there's lots of business opportunities here. If you have the capital and if you have the mindset and to do it, there's lots of opportunities for growth here. Lots of opportunities to make things happen. Absolutely.
And you can still help too. You can still help too.
Thanks, brother and sister. Glad you are here. Glad you are, sharing your story because so many people aren't living and don't know what to do because of this American dream. And if we go back to simple living, I think the world would be a better place. I'm bringing that comment up because one of the things I've noticed, and especially in what you're saying, is you can't take the same principles of how you lived here in the States and take them over there. You gotta budget.
Right.
You gotta figure out you're saying all of those things. And so one of the things that you really need to start doing, talk about Timothy Ward and minimalism and all of these things. You gotta start figuring out what your budget is going to be. Start even before you go to Africa, living on a different budget, which is, one of the things Milton and I did. We downsized and are, in an apartment, and it also forces us to walk and be closer and do things that we were always going to be in a car, always going to be driving in the suburb. Just live a little differently from just to prepare yourself mentally. We don't have a huge big refrigerator anymore and a big deep freezer outside. Like just to prepare yourself mentally just a little bit better for your journey, because then you start realizing, well, dang, I wasn't living, I was buying. I was trying to, do all these other things, and it's just called surviving. I was just surviving and getting by, not living, right? And that's important. I appreciate that comment, Owen. Thank you so much. And so we're living just enough, right, to pay the next bill, unfortunately. In West Africa, boreholes are very popular. Earth water, right, directly from the ground, you can have in your backyard and store in tanks. And so when you were saying save and living off your savings, that would be almost impossible to do here in the States, because your $10,000, depending on where you live, I don't know. So so you're gonna have more ability to live with whatever money you have, and that's coming off, that's coming in. Even if it's small, you can live off that small amount, more so somewhere else than you're going to be in the States. And we're figuring that out. Someone wrote on one of my comments on one of the videos, and they said, the American dream has moved to Europe. And I almost got offended. And then I thought, it ain't here. I mean, and then I thought, well, even there, other people are waking up to go back to their home country and their homeland where their ancestors came from, because the dream ain't here.
Yes. Hey, look, Miss Sanal, you said a word. You said a whole mouthful, because I don't know if we're more conscious of it because it's our community, but Oh yeah, it's a whole bunch of other ethnic groups.
Folks.
Been doing it. Been doing it. Been them pulling the plug, stick a fork in them. They done. They've been going back to here and there and everywhere for a long time now. I'm kind of new to some of them, but even in the YouTube space, because we kind of new to this whole content creation, but I have the ones that we know personally who have elected to go back to either the native country of their ancestors, and then I'm seeing more YouTubers I had never heard of who that's what their content is centered around. The fact that they left the the U.S. and went to wherever, be it just living in another country or went back to their ancestral home. So it's a thing. It is a thing.
Yeah. It is denouncing citizenship, giving up their passports. I mean, their visas and their passport. I mean, just all of it. And now to the extent where the United States, the State Department is now saying they're so backlogged on the number of people that they can't even get to the people who want to denounce their citizenship. They're 3-6 months behind that because it's just that many people. Folks are jumping, they're jumping ship, and we don't even know how to get from here sometimes to the next state. Sometimes we just live in our little hood and our little.
It's true.
I mean, we don't know the highway. We talking about, let's get on the highway, and the folks using the highway to travel and go places. We using the highway to go to Big Mama house. I mean, it's just a
yes, ma'am. It's true.
Yeah, it's true. They got other reasons, right? We looking at the sky like, there's some pretty airplanes that's flying. Look, they go, and folks literally getting on these airplanes and leaving and going, experiencing life and traveling and doing like that. Right. And so thank you. My thoughts on everything. Good live greatness at work. It's good to see other creators supporting other creators. My thoughts on everything go over to Afrikan Dreamin, and be sure to support their channel and to subscribe, brother. Thank you so much. My thoughts on everything. I think he got in the game a little bit. We got around the same time, but he got in a little bit ahead of me. But I'm just so grateful for the success that YouTube. It just shows you the success of what YouTube can bring, and then he's used that to go then move to Africa, and it's amazing.
Oh wow,
look, that's amazing.
Yeah,
we'll definitely check this brother out.
Yeah, check each other out. Definitely. He's very supportive. Support him and over there. My thoughts on everything, and definitely go over and support everybody in chat. Go support Afrikan Dreamin, right? I have left the links in the description below, and so go support them. Owen says facts, my brother. Stress leading to cardiovascular issues, bad eating habits, diabetes, high blood pressure, obesity, depression, insanity. Look, Owen. Insanity.
Yeah.
Instant death, unfortunately. And look, and even anxiety, because I talked about anxiety and my issues with, because I'm an introvert, but my issues with anxiety. And I was just our daughter just came back from Jamaica. And she just got in. One of the other reasons I was up at like 4 a.m. this morning. So she just got in this morning. And she was so peaceful and so relaxed. And I was like, oh, baby, if I could just rub that off and put just, right? Her skin was glowing from the sun. And it was just a whole different thing. He over there, look at him. Did he just pull up his borehole water in front of all of us? What I feel was from the tap. Well, no, he didn't. I mean, y'all. Let me just sip this tea, because I can't believe he did that. But anyway, y'all know I'm joking, right? Let's see. Rachel says, I have to go get my little one, but I wanted to let you know how much I love you guys, love what you're doing. Keep it up. I miss you guys. Have a blessed day. Rachel, thank you for being here. That is so sweet of you. That's so sweet. Owen says, my thoughts on everything. Salute my brother. I'm hoping this is gonna come up. Come on, yeah. Yeah, there you go. My thoughts on everything. Salute my brother. How's it going in Ghana? Are you back in the Netherlands now? So yeah, I mean that's what he did. He took his YouTube goodness, nice. You know, and went over and began to connect with locals. All the things you're saying do. And so it's important to do. Tasha, oh, she grows. Hey, what up, baby?
Hey,
sister. Got some new sisters. There you go. Milton says this couple is doing amazing things. Come on, there you go. The internet.
Oh, thank you.
In Americas.
Thank you.
This couple is doing amazing things. Have such beautiful attitude. I wish them continued success and happiness. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. Milton says, be careful dipping y'all feet in the water because that cooling water, you talking about you ain't got no kids, it will do it every time.
It shocks people. It shocks a lot of people because it's like, really? Y'all been together all that time? We're gonna be careful. I don't know. I might have to, I don't know. We'll see.
You know, and it's up to you guys. We you know how we what'd she say? What'd she say?
No comment.
Oh, no comment. Well, I mean, because my show is not made for children, but I you know, I'm just gonna say the exercises for having needed to produce children are just as fun, and that's all I'm saying. Okay. All right, now so read into that. When I say you're gonna need to read a little deeper. I mean, because it will keep your marriage together. I'm just saying I've been married 30 years. Mel says he has taken up walking again, right? Because I think we were talking about, you know, living different ways and all of that, because you need to walk. We just don't walk enough. We got all these health issues and all this stuff because we got our car, 2 cars, 4 cars. Some of us don't know how you can drive. I don't think how you can drive all them ones, but you know.
Yes, ma'am.
I appreciate the honesty. I hope people are really paying attention because this is really good stuff. Thank you, Milton. That they are. Let's see. Owen says professional talent, personal passions, and every problem that you encounter in Africa is a business opportunity for a solution.
Absolutely.
Adapt and overcome. Oh, I love that.
It's real.
Facts.
Yes, absolutely. Let's see. I feel being in the best way. We have so many issues, and a lot of it is being here because we are so stressed. You will be amazing once you leave a lot of our issues and go where you feel. Go where you celebrate.
That's true. Go where you celebrate.
All right, guys. Well, I have kept you guys long enough. Let me just say that I'm not going to show my screen, but I got like a whole nother set of questions. So I am going to ask you guys on camera with the full intent of putting you guys on the spot. Okay.
Okay.
I'm telling you, this is my full intention to do this. Okay.
Right.
You know how you in the church in the southern, in the Southern church, and so that's when they ask you when they see you walking the door, can you sing a solo on the mic? They don't pass you on a sister and brother, can y'all sing a song? And you like, I ain't got my music. Oh, he can play anything. You can just sing it a cappella. It don't matter. But I'm gonna ask you guys to come back on my channel to talk about the creator economy, which I call creator alchemy, and just to really talk about specifically only, you told your Africa story, but to specifically talk about your YouTube channel, the kinds of content you share, why you started your channel, and all of that. Does it sound like something? I know you guys may be frozen, but does it sound like something you guys can do? She is passing you the mic and putting you on the spotlight.
Absolutely, we would love to.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It'd be our pleasure.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. We would love to.
Well, awesome. I appreciate that. So we'll schedule it because what I want to start doing, one of the series that I want to really start doing, and I'd love it if you guys would kick it off, is to begin to help creators, because there's so many different ways where we can make money and online. And so I want to start that off because a lot of people want to have a YouTube channel, want to be successful with their YouTube channel. But you got to start. You got to have that first subscriber.
Absolutely.
Everybody starts with one. Everybody.
One subscriber.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we stopped for a little while because it can get a little discouraging.
It can.
But at the same time, we enjoy it. We're having fun doing it, and we're just enjoying putting our videos together and putting our information out there, and getting feedback from people. So we've been really enjoying it so far.
Absolutely, and I think like Baby said, we took a bit of a hiatus because life keep happening, especially when you're trying to start a business and you're trying to acclimate to being in another country, a new environment, new social dynamics. So I could drop one tip right now, right off the bat, and that would be the ability to learn how to still create when you're still dealing with life, which is what you would have to do. And we're having fun with it, and we look forward to it. And it's like we're in a bit more settled place right now, so it's easier, and it's something that yet another thing we can do together and learn from each other and share ideas and thoughts, and
we'd love to come back and talk about it. Absolutely.
Okay. Awesome. So they're going to come back, guys, to talk about what I call creator alchemy, and they're going to be one of my first guests in this series that I'll be doing on creators and what I call creator alchemy, because we got to get on top of this. Everybody else is on top of this game of content creation, and so it's our time. It's our time to shine, and the stories we are telling are extremely important. So I thank you for that. Well, as a bit of to wrap up this conversation that we're having now on moving to Africa, moving abroad, any final thoughts? What would you share to that person that's sitting at home, that's tired of the American dream, that's tired of chasing the American dream, and that's just worn out and tired and wants something different for themselves and for their families? What advice would you give them about moving abroad, about moving to Africa, or going wherever their heart calls, where the ancestors are calling them? I'm going where they're celebrated and not where they're tolerated. There you
go. Do your research. Learn about the laws, the customs. If you have children, learn about schooling, all of those things. Try to make friends with some of the people from wherever you're going, and just do it. Nothing's stopping you but you. You always feel like there's all these things holding you back, and you can't do this. You have to wait for this. You have to wait for this time. You have to wait for this to be right. And there's never going to be a perfect time. I would just go for it. Just go for it and see what happens. See what happens. It can be a beautiful experience if you let it.
Yes. I agree, babe.
Yeah.
And I would say, as we kind of touched on earlier, definitely do your research. Wherever you want to go, wherever your heart's calling, your soul and spirit is moved towards whatever place. It may be in the middle of the desert. It may be right beside the ocean. You live in this life, in this realm of existence, one time, as far as I know. Live your life. Just do it. I mean, you elaborated it perfectly, but you will literally sit there and think about how to do it for 30, 40, 50 years instead of just doing it. Because if it doesn't work out, regroup, start over, try again, but don't let fear paralyze you to a point where everything is shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Yep. Like my mom always says, it's not a dress rehearsal.
It's the real
the real thing.
You on stage. That's what they say. It's you happening. On deck right now. You at bat. You on deck.
Yep.
You better gonna live your life.
Right. And find happiness. Be happy.
Crucial.
Be happy.
Absolutely.
And whatever you do, wherever you go, try to find happiness and be happy.
And also, especially if you've never been there before, if your ideal place in your mind ends up not being your ideal place, guess what? The world
is huge.
It's a big, big rock we floating in space on. It's somewhere out there just for you. Don't limit yourself. Don't limit your potential. Don't limit your creativity. And don't limit your life. So, yeah, that would be you got 2 more cents? That was my 2 cents.
That's my 2 cents.
That was our 2 cents. 4 cents all together.
Keep it a buck.
There you go. All right now. And remember, no matter wherever you go, no matter what you do, that the Texas brisket is best.
Thank you.
All right.
See,
so right.
When you think you can't love somebody no more than you already love them, you gonna say something like that. You all right.
Milton already put it in the chat. Look, y'all, I appreciate you guys so much. I do. I just really appreciate you guys so much. And I'm grateful to you for being so. I kept y'all 2 hours and 15 minutes. I am so grateful.
Like it.
I know. I was like, we could go on, but this has been such a great, useful conversation. Everything you were dropping, I was gleaning, y'all was dropping nuggets, and you were keeping it going. And I am so appreciative because the people definitely in the chat have been blessed, and we are just so grateful, right? So grateful for you. They're saying, right, I love this. Absolutely love this. Yes, don't limit yourself. Mega love. Yes. Mega love, everybody. Love to you, Healthy G Mom. Thank you. We've been just so blessed by you, and so we are looking forward. John already, sister, y'all already put you on the, spotlight. That grateful that you guys are coming back. We're gonna talk about creator alchemy, creator economy, what you guys are doing to create, and all about your YouTube channel and the things that you guys share. So I can't wait for that to happen. It's going to be amazing. Well, thank you, Julius. Thank you, April. I love you guys so much. Big hugs from me and Milton.
There we go. Get in.
There you go. Get in there. All right, guys, and we're gonna see you because I'm not saying goodbye for just a short time because we're gonna see you guys real soon to talk about that. So you got everybody check back. All right, guys, we're gonna let them go because what time is it? Is 8 something there?
It is
8:21
p.m.
Okay, 8:21 p.m. So. Oh, I got a sticker.
Yay!
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We actually created a buy me a cup of coffee.
Yeah, if you want to buy,
if you want to buy us a cup of coffee, check us out. Let us know. So
Okay. Well, good. I hope you use my link so I can get a free. No, I'm just joking. But anyway, I'm glad you guys did that because it really is a way, especially before you get monetized. It's really a good way to start creating that people can give you tips and you can start creating an economy for yourself, an income for yourself.
Yes.
So I'm really happy Happy that you did that. Yeah, because that's some good stuff. That's good stuff. So you're gonna have to go. You need to go. I don't have that link, so you got to go over to their channel, and check out their description. Or you check out the thing in their description. So so you can buy coffee, and then make sure you're putting it in every one of your descriptions on your videos.
Okay.
So people can do that. I had to go back and put them on all my videos. I'm going and in your pinned comment, so people definitely can see it. So yes.
Okay.
All right. Well, guys, I'm gonna let you go.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Be careful of the water. See you guys in the next video. All right, guys. I'm just so grateful because they are amazing, right? They are amazing. Oh yeah, we got more stickers, y'all. Thank you, Healthy G Mom. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much, Healthy G Mom. Oh, I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much, Healthy G Mom. Are you in Mexico? Let me know, because I've been seeing you on, I think is it Facebook? I think it's on Facebook. I'm behind on my friend requests too, so I definitely gotta add you as a friend, Healthy G Mom. So thank you. Mega love to you, Healthy G Mom. I appreciate you for being here so much, and thank you for the support. Thank you for supporting me, for supporting Julius and Afrikan Dreamin. It's in April, Julius and April and their channel. I appreciate you guys so much. Buy sis a cup of coffee or as much as you can. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Look, guys, thank you for your support. What a lovely couple, right? Aren't they just amazing? Shout out to you from Los Angeles. Okay. From Los Angeles. Okay. Awesome. Thank you for this live. You're welcome, sweetie. I'm always trying to bring the information that I need, that I feel like you guys need, really concentrating on the audience to really get you the information that you need so you can go where you want to go, right? So you can go where you're celebrated and not just tolerated. This is a beautiful couple. They've got a beautiful channel. The links are below. Buy them a coffee. Okay. Buy them a coffee. Support them. Support the work that they're doing. Because it's important that we support each other as creators. I tell people, watch the video. Look, just watch the video. We got to get to watch time, got to get to 4,000 hours. Let them play. Go down the street, go around the corner, put on them Afrikan Dreamin and watch their videos. And just let them play and support them, because we have, that's what, other folks are doing, supporting each other. And we have to do the exact same thing, right? We have to support each other. I'm just grateful, right? I'm just grateful for you guys. Grateful that you showed up today. Grateful that we had this opportunity to really share and to learn and hear about Julius and April and their journey. You can buy me a coffee. I already told y'all that. Here's the link to buy me a coffee and ensure that I create more informative broadcasts just like this one, right? And there's a link to support me and buy a coffee. If you're a creator, if you click on my link and you you create your buy me a coffee, then I will get a free coffee. And so there's just another way to support me as well. So I really appreciate it. All right, guys. Now you're walking, and so this is amazing. So I'm grateful for you. All right, guys, I'm gonna let you go because I'm just so excited. I got to take all my notes that I wrote. They're down here, y'all. I got all my notes that I wrote about today. So I hope you have taken good notes today. If not, just watch the replay and be sure to head over to Afrikan Dreamin, to their channel. They're on Instagram. They're also on TikTok. I've got all the links below to their YouTube channel. Go check them out, right? So that you can get all this knowledge and information. And it doesn't matter where you're planning to go, Tanzania or Ghana or the Caribbean, wherever you're planning to go, these tips that they're sharing are going to help you live and go further wherever it is you're planning to go, because a lot of these things are very similar all around the world. Okay. All right, guys. I love you guys so much. You, baby, you are amazing. You are beautiful. You are wonderful. And you are loved. You are welcome here, especially here on this channel, right? You're always welcome here. And I'm so glad that you took this time to spend with me. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe if you haven't already. Go ahead and share the video. All right. And share the video with someone who needs to have this information. And keep sharing love. Keep sharing love, right? Because we're just here, right, for each one to teach one. And that's how we teach our people and make sure that our people get to the promised land. We get to the places where we need to go, and we have the information that we need to get there. All right, guys, I love you guys so much. I'm so excited and so grateful for Julius and April and for Afrikan Dreamin for their channel. Go follow them on Instagram. Go follow them on YouTube. Support their channel. Help them to get up to the 4,000 watch time hours and the 1,000 subscribers. Help them on their journey. Okay? All right, it's in your hands. All right, I've done my part. Now it's in your hands. I love you guys. This is Sanal signing off and giving you love from the team over Blind Guy, His Wife, Their Life. I love you guys. Thank you so much, Healthy G Mom. Okay, that's where I know you from. I knew you, sweetie. Love you guys. Love you so much. Thank you. That's so sweet of you. All right, guys. It's good to meet new friends. Good to meet real people who really love you and really, really, really support you. All right, guys. Love you guys so much. And I'm going to see you in another video real soon. This is Sanal signing off. Bye-bye, guys. Love you. Because much love to you guys. Have an amazing, amazing, amazing